Hey, Ghost, it's your boy, Raven.
Right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 3 of our podcast. I'm your host, Jesse.
Jesse!
That's rude.
It sounds like you're in a cheer. Who are the Toros?
Yeah.
I'm Jesse. I'm
There
Raven.
you go. So, okay, now you do yours. That's how we do it.
Okay, I'm Raven. And this is C-O-O-P. Man, I never got to be a cheerleader.
For co-op the podcast, we'll come up with a cheer later.
Yeah.
We need some professionals probably in
Yeah,
on
we
this.
gotta get a professional.
Maybe we can find a inner city school to go steal it from.
Go steal it from?
Yeah, that's the premise of that movie.
Oh, yeah, the cheer. I thought you meant the person.
What's the name of that movie
cheerleader.
again, too?
Bring It On.
Bring It
It's
On.
Amazing. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, not to ramble, because that's what we were just doing. That kind of ties into our theme, though, because I bet you that movie is on Netflix, which is the theme of our show.
Today. This episode.
This episode.
three.
Yes,
Not the
show.
entire show.
Yeah, episode 3. We're going to do a quick giveaway reminder, just to remind all of you, which I'll let Raven take care of. And then we're going to cover our hotcakes and themes, which are all Netflix related. But yeah, kick it off. What's the giveaway?
Yeah, so the giveaway, there's a giveaway happening right now on all of our social media pages. So go to @Co-op the podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Get some amazing tabletop RPG goodies, including dice, Dungeon Mayhem, and Dungeons & Dragons Arts and Arcana visual history. You have one more week to enter. So head on over there, retweet the post or share the post, and then also like it and comment your favorite tabletop RPG or board game or whatever game you like to play with your friends, family on a table.
Is
But
it just
also
board
maybe
games
a
and
desk.
tabletop games? Yeah.
Just games, honestly. Maybe
Yeah.
not.
What about like Halo 5, Battlefield? I don't know.
I mean, I'm not going to disqualify you from the contest, but
Yeah.
if it's a tabletop game, it'd be on theme.
Yeah.
With
when
our
we were
last
kids,
episode.
though, I remember playing a lot of Halo in the basement.
Yeah.
Eight-man LAN parties. I don't know. Cable Link, I think it was actually called for the Xbox. I don't remember, but
Yeah, you're just talking at me right now.
Yeah.
I don't understand anything you're saying.
it was a thing. It was a thing that I enjoyed with other people, just like tabletop games.
Tabletop
so I'm
games.
just saying, maybe we don't have any prejudice.
Just comment whatever you want. The contest ends January 22nd is the last day for the contest. The winner's announced on January 23rd. So you have one more week. So get in there, tell us about your favorite game to play. We've gotten a ton of really good entries, and hopefully we're gonna play some of them, and we'll maybe give you a shout out if we play the game that you've recommended. I think that'd be fun.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking a lot about Netflix. The reason we decided to kind of dedicate a whole podcast to Netflix was because there's a lot of stuff happening right now. There's a lot of good shows, some things are coming back,
And things are going away.
lots of cool news. Yep. We probably won't discuss Netflix like this again as like a main topic, but we'll always have shows to talk about and things like that. But we wanted to get caught up and throw a bunch of stuff out there because there were tons of movies recently that they did, originals that they came out with and stuff
It's
like
2019, and Netflix decided to come out with a lot of stuff.
that. Yep,
So.
lose a bunch of stuff too. So, anyways, we'll jump off right into our hotcakes for the night.
Oh, yeah, so how are you feeling?
Good. I'm
Good?
feeling good right now.
Yeah, you're sore?
Super sore. Yeah.
Yeah, we went snowboarding 2
Okay.
days ago.
Yep. Yeah. Jump
Yeah.
right into some hotcakes with what we've been up to
Yeah?
lately. Yeah, Raven had never been snowboarding, so
No, I've never seen so much snow in my entire life.
yeah, skiing, snowboarding.
No,
never
no.
sledding.
No.
Which they had lots of anti-sledding signs. I'm not sure if you noticed all those.
Oh, did they really?
yeah,
I
they were
didn't
like
even
no
look.
sledding.
How dare they?
I mean, there are lots of people trying to ski.
So yeah, it was really fun. I was a lot better than I thought I was going to be. I didn't go down any black diamonds, but the bunny hill is my bitch. So
Yeah, you did one complete run without falling down.
without falling, exactly.
You know, I think the next couple times we'll still have some baby steps to go before we even start tackling some more advanced slopes, but it was super fun regardless, and we're ready for the next
Yeah, it was really
adventure.
funny because all of my coworkers, a lot of them are some middle-aged men from the Pacific Northwest. So all of them are like, "Oh yeah, you skied, right?" And I'm like, "No, I snowboarded because I'm cool. I'm not no old fool."
We're kids from the 90s. We snowboard. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's what all the cool kids did in the movies.
Well, it was really funny because when I was getting my board and I told the really nice Australian man,
No idea what he was saying.
yeah, I had no idea for the most part what he was saying, except for this part. And there were like 8 other Australian people. Like they just came
There were a
over
lot.
on the same
I think they do
little...
something like that. Like they go together in a group and work just the snow season places
Oh, that's a good point.
and stuff, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's seasonal work. So.
Right. Anyways, what the Australian man said was, "Oh yeah, it's just like snowboard or like surfing," and it's like, okay, like everybody just surfs, and then you were also like, "Oh yeah, it's just like skateboarding." What fucking year is this? Where everybody's like, obviously,
Yeah, it's a
is
little
this-
different.
Is
from
this like a bunch
both
of
them.
Disney Channel original series? Like, is that what we're doing here?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like, though. And that's why we chose snowboards, because that's what all the cool kids were doing in those Disney Channel movies.
Yeah, original movies. Yeah,
Yeah.
Johnny Tsunami. That's who I am, obviously.
Does Disney still make movies for TV on the Disney Channel, you think?
I think we're too old to ask that question.
Yeah, well, they are launching their own platform, so they'd probably just put them all there. What was that one? Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Yeah, that's Xena or whatever.
Yeah,
Girl
they
of the
came out with 2 or 3
21st
of
century.
those. I bet you they'll come out with a couple more for
3.
their new platform.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Nostalgia is really big. People love it.
I remember those. Wasn't it one of those child actresses of the time?
Yes. She was not 18, maybe. We have
Yeah.
no idea. And yet you've decided to target the actress in the movie that you could not remember. Xena,
Girl of the 21st century.
is the name. Raven Simone is in it. Not that I love talking about her, because literally all people ever say is, "That's so Raven" to me, which is so goddamn annoying. It's not funny. It wasn't funny the first, 10 years of my life. It's not funny in the last 10 years.
Yeah, she was definitely in it, though. She was like the right hand,
Token black chick.
of
the
the
future.
main girl.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Kristen Storms played Xenon.
That sounds like a porn name.
Yeah, I won't even load her page, so I think so many people are trying to get to it right now.
Right now,
Just,
they're trying to figure out.
You know,
who she
at
is.
late at night, it's dark outside, you're alone in bed, and you gotta look up some Kristen Storms.
I gotta look at her IMDb. Gotta.
Yeah, she was in Days of Our Lives,
Yeah.
General Hospital, so, you know, she's in General Hospital now, in fact,
Is she really?
as Maxie Jones, apparently.
Again, another.
She's been in
porn star name.
1,130 episodes, so that's her life now. She's one of those people.
When did she start in Days of Our Lives? If
This is General Hospital.
Oh, General Hospital.
General
sorry.
Hospital. Yeah, 2005.
Okay.
She's been doing it for 14 years.
I mean, has she been off and on? Because on shows like that, soap operas, she probably has died 8 times. And they've just moved her brain into another body or brought her back with witchcraft. That's what soap operas do.
Yeah, she's also been in 409 episodes of Days of Our Lives.
Hey, Days of Our Lives.
It does, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. She probably died in Days of Our Lives, and so they're like, all right, we'll pick her up on General Hospital.
It seems like episode number 19,856 is the episode she died in 2004.
Oh, Days of Our Lives?
In Days of Our Lives. Yeah. So 2004, they were at 19,000.
Yeah, they
episodes.
killed her off. Threw her down an elevator shaft, which is another callback to Friends, because we like Friends.
Yep, and that helps us transition to Netflix. We're talking about
Netflix today.
you know, original movies by Disney for TV, which also kind of relates to Netflix because they do original movies and TV shows.
I think the Friends callback
Yep,
is
to
good
Friends, to callback, to In. There we are. We're at Netflix again.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about Netflix. So, like we said, there's been a lot of new stuff kind of announced, or, you know, not announced, they're new seasons we're really talking about, right? Things coming new, coming back that everybody's excited about. You know, Stranger Things, Season 3 is going to make a debut
July 4th.
sometime this year. Yep.
Yep, it's July 4th. They announced it on New Year's Day, I think exactly at 12 a.m.
Yep, so we all knew, yeah. Did we see the trailer? Have you seen the trailer?
I've seen the trailer. Did you not see the trailer?
I think I might have, but I'm struggling to remember.
It's very Matrixy kind of. It's got a few flashes of like New Year's ball dropping, and then it goes to some computer screens that are green and
Going
have
all
some
crazy.
numbers, beep boop ba boop. So yeah, that's what the trailer is, and there's like hidden messages, and kind of at the end, the whole thing goes upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The computer screen sounds familiar, so.
Yeah. And I have an article right here that's like fan theories about what's going on.
Everybody breaking down every scene saying, oh my god, this means this. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you look at the poster for it, like, obviously everybody is focusing on the fireworks, except for...
Or aliens.
Well, no, they're fireworks. Everybody is focusing on the fireworks, but then Will and Eleven are looking behind them, kind of crazy.
Right at the camera, and also the What's his name's just staring at 11.
At 11, yeah.
Means he's worried about her, but yeah, they're the two. Yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, they're the two that have been in the Upside Down, right? So.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I agree with these fan theories.
Right. So, I mean, in this article too, a couple people are like, "What D&D callbacks are they gonna make? What monsters are they gonna have?" Some of them are saying it'll be potentially a Drider, which, if you don't know what a Drider is, it's half drow, half dark elf, and half spider, creature of Lulth. If you know the D&D. People are kind of expecting that.
That shit is straight out of Forgotten Realms.
Oh. And what is Forgotten Realms based off of?
I don't know which came first in this particular scenario, though, with the drow spider people.
Yeah, other people are hoping it's going to be a Beholder. Oh, so I think in the last couple of seasons it's been Mind Flayer and Demogorgons.
But yeah, no, I think a Drider would be cool. I think there'd be a Beholder would be really cool, and also I could see more related to, like, the thing about, you know, a Beholder is like not like humanoid too much, right? Because I don't think anything from the Upside Down has been too humanoid. Like, the main guy had, like, you know what I mean? Like, he was still kind of like really monstery.
Well, and the
Mind Flayer was like giant.
It reminded me of like War of the Worlds, where it's very tentacly.
And so you could see where like a Beholder would kind of spin off that, though. Yeah. You could say that would work. Where like something with like.
Well, and like a Drider isn't like a big monster kind of creature, where like a Mind Flayer and a Beholder are to me. Where you're also kind of wondering like where are they gonna go? How hard are they gonna make it on these kids?
Well, yeah, I think we're going to have a lot of involvement from not the kids in this one, probably. Like, we already know of, like, the government organizations and stuff doing their thing, and, you know, at some point, they're going to be helpful, right? Like, a bunch of dudes and weapons never hurts a situation like this.
Never.
So, yeah. Like, the idea that they're, like, you should be fighting against the government is crazy in this. I'm just saying. They got all the weapons. Just say, hey, man.
Yeah.
We all want this monster to go away. Can't we work together? No, they got to make it complicated because fight the power. Whatever.
I mean, they're not good guys. They were keeping 11.
Yeah, but like sometimes your enemy's enemy is your friend.
That's a good point. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, against the Demogorgon.
Right. You can take them on later, but this is a
Demogorgon.
monster. These are just some dudes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Stranger Things season 3 though coming out.
July 4th, 2019. We're excited. We really like it. We should
All
probably
excited.
go-
Everybody's excited.
Yeah, we should
Everybody
probably go
likes it.
back and rewatch because even discussing that, I'm like, man, I don't remember much
Yeah,
of
I remember
anything.
enjoying all the episodes, but yeah, I can't remember a lot.
We
of
had
what
a good
happened.
time, but yeah.
I don't remember it while we
I
were
don't
there.
remember all
So, whatever. That happens. Another one coming out is a series of unfortunate events.
It's actually already come out.
It's already out.
Yep. Came out
Awesome.
on January 1st. It's the 3rd season of Series of Unfortunate Events.
Yeah.
Which we are behind. We haven't seen the 2nd season. But I was always a huge fan of the books growing up, and I love the Jim Carrey version. Who didn't?
That was the movie?
Yeah, the movie.
I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah.
Was that around the same time that people were doing like live action Cat in the Hat though?
I believe it was.
Right. That was a weird time for
That was
movies like that.
yeah, that was wild. That was a wild time.
It was
to
like
me.
you go to these movies as like I don't know how old we were, but we were kind of kids. It's
Yeah.
like it just made you feel like
Yeah.
molestation was happening. I got that feeling. It was really creepy.
Okay.
It's creepy when a dude in a cat suit talks to children.
Yeah, he's the first furry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's creepy. I wouldn't let furries talk to my children.
Well, I mean, in that movie, in The Cat in the Hat, which is what we're talking about, because you did not say what you were talking about.
I know, yeah.
Because so it's like Jim Carrey as Count Olaf in a furry suit is kind of where that all went.
Yeah,
But,
because it's Mike Myers.
Mike Myers in The Cat in the Hat.
In the cat suit.
Yeah, and he makes like a hoe joke, like
Yeah.
a prostitute joke, and it's like this movie is for kids. It's for kids.
It's for kids.
100%.
That book is not written for adults.
No, not at all. There's no way that you can spin it where The Cat in the Hat is for adults.
But yeah, make sure to check.
A series of unfortunate events.
Yes.
So
I was
going
just about
back
to jump
the
back
topic.
into that, yeah. And saying, make sure to check it out. If it's already on Netflix, you have no excuse
Go
to get
binge
caught
it.
up. 'cause
Yeah, if
it's
you haven't
probably,
seen the first season.
Yeah, they're probably like short seasons. Am I right too? Probably just a few episodes. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think the first one were just a few
I
episodes
think
long.
each book kind of breaks up into a couple parts, and there
That's
were
how they do it.
Yeah, and there were a ton of books. So, yeah.
Yeah.
You have something to binge. If you haven't seen it, NPH, Neil Patrick Harris, plays Olaf now. And then a
and
couple
he is really good.
Yeah, he's a good Olaf. Am I going to say that he's better than Jim Carrey? No, I'm not going to say that.
I'd have to watch the Jim Carrey one again because again, it just makes me think of Cat in the Hat. I don't know why, but I can't actually envision him doing
They
being
do.
Olaf. Yeah, so I got to
Yeah.
watch it again. But yeah, I
Do you
like
think
Neil
Mike
Patrick
Myers
Harris.
would be a better Count Olaf?
I don't know. I just think that Count Olaf is creepy, and I think the Cat in the Hat's creepy.
You think the Cat in the Hat? You think they're both creepy?
In these live action versions that were
Did you
movies,
watch the live action movie
Yeah.
and think it was spooky or something? You were
Not
like,
like
you
spooky.
stayed awake at night.
and like when you like watch all the weeboo shit online, and you're like, no, that's a little creepy, man.
I don't like this anymore.
Yeah,
That's a
Yeah.
child?
yeah, that's
she
what.
has fox ears?
Yeah,
Raccoon?
yeah.
Ears?
Why is she
Okay.
on a pillow?
Why is she a pillow now?
Right.
This character is 15 years old. Why she got big old titties?
It's weird. It's weird. It makes you uncomfortable, just like
Yeah.
this episode is starting to.
Yep.
Okay, so the last one we wanted to talk about that's coming out, and this is actually pretty exciting, kind of / sad that it's going to happen, because it's the last of the Marvel stuff that's going to hit Netflix, but Punisher Season 2 was filmed prior to them
Announcing,
hacking stuff.
chopping away.
Like bastards.
With a machete.
Yep.
Machete.
And so I think they might have finished producing it, and they're gonna still come out with Punisher Season 2. Do you have the date on that actually?
January 18th, so a couple of days after this episode airs, you can watch Punisher Season 2, which, again, I'm really behind on all TV all the time.
Did you not watch that?
Yeah, I haven't seen Season 1.
I thought we had watched that together. I
You
definitely
totally
watched
watched
it.
it
I
without
definitely
me. I
watched
know
it
you
without
did.
you. Yeah.
I'm going to say
Yeah.
The Punisher ain't my speed.
It was really good, and it was one of those ones so everybody's talking about Daredevil Season 3 and how good that is. I think Punisher Season 1 was I do not quite as good, but it was almost there, right? And
Yeah. It's not as good, but I mean,
like Daredevil season 3, to me at least, was the best Marvel thing that's been on Netflix, hands down. It probably is better than even some of the Marvel movies, story wise. Mm-hmm. You know, they had a lot more. You have a lot more freedom when it's a show, because like I don't know how many total hours the Daredevil season 3 story is told in, and I don't think it's like great every single minute. Mm-hmm. But the overall story is so good, it could beat out some of the movies for sure.
I don't doubt that it's really good. It looks really nice, and I really enjoyed the first Punisher film.
Yep. Yeah.
The only Punisher film, I believe.
No.
They have multiple Punisher films?
And there are multiple people who play Punisher in the movies. Like that guy, I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, the one that came out in like the early 2000s.
And I don't know any of those actors, because I don't think any of the actors that ever played the Punisher were like, oh yeah, that guy, right? Like
Thomas Jane, who was in Boogie Nights and The Mist and Deep Blue Sea, which was a creepy ass shark movie.
Yeah. Okay. Now look up. There was a Punisher movie after him.
No, there wasn't.
And somebody else played the Punisher. Punisher, Warzone, 2008. And Punisher, Dirty Laundry, 2012.
What are these movies? So yeah, the Punisher season 2 comes out on January 18th.
Just a few short days from now. And you can get all caught up on it and get excited about... I bet you that the end of this one, they probably left it open for another season because, again, they finished filming before they were told.
Yeah.
And so,
I mean, they
probably didn't know.
They may have known.
Well, it depends
they've
on,
had time at this point, too, to go back and say, oh, shit, we're not coming back. Let's just end it. It's kind of like...
Right, and maybe they had some, like, editing magic they
Yeah.
could have done, but, like, the real thing is, like...
It's a lot
they
less...
probably filmed the last
I bet it's going to be a lot less of Firefly, where it just ends. More like Farscape, where things... I mean, it like... They have a close to the story, where Firefly, it's like... They could have kept going.
I think they're going to leave it open. They're going to be, like, ambiguous. It could have kept going, and you're going to want more, and you're going to be cut off. So enjoy it. Savor it. Maybe don't watch every episode in a row. You know, spend your time enjoying it.
How can you tell these people to not binge?
It's like a fine wine. You're going to have to savor the last season of the Marvel shows, because they're all really good.
They're all
This one is one of the best. Enjoy it.
Yep.
It's the last vintage bottle.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. All the rest are lost or drunk.
Well, yeah, because like they're not making them anymore, and presumably too, they're going to take them off Netflix.
They have to take them off Netflix, I believe.
Like, and that kind of leads into another thing I wanted to talk about, because what happens on Netflix a lot is things leave, new things come, right? So what's coming, what's going, you know, what's new in the world of Netflix as far as we know coming up? Because we talked about the big three we were super excited about.
Right.
But what else is coming up?
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple of things that some stuff has already shown up on Netflix for the month of January. So you can now watch The Mummy, which is one of my
Ooh, yeah, the one with Brendan Fraser.
Yep, Brendan Fraser, one of my favorite. You can watch The Departed, probably one of my favorite movies.
Ooh, and this actually reminds me, because I just saw this on the list, and there was another one I wanted to add to the ones I was super excited about. Godzilla Season 3 is out now. It's a little animated, short Godzilla thing. It is a unique twist on the whole Godzilla story, and it covers it kind of all. Mechagodzilla and all that stuff are in there. Like, super cool stuff. Definitely worth checking out. I'm behind, and I don't think you've seen even a single episode.
No, I think we watched the first episode, and it was kind of strange.
Yeah.
And then you watched it without me.
Yeah, but I just want to throw that in there, because it's going to be really good, and also is already available, so go check it out. And apparently the Godzilla movie is going to be on Netflix as of now.
I haven't seen the new Godzilla reboot, so I'd like to see it, especially with the new one
Here's
coming
the problem
out soon.
is that one, or is that the one that came out like when we were kids?
Oh.
Or is it like an even older movie entitled Godzilla? Because I think they're all just called Godzilla.
Right. Is it the one with the P. Diddy song as like the theme or not?
It's gonna be a surprise.
Maybe
you're
P.
not gonna
Diddy
know
makes a
until
comeback.
you see the movie.
Does he go by P. Diddy now, or does he go by Puff Daddy? I don't even know. It's like Snoop Dogg. I don't know what Snoop Dogg goes by anymore. I don't know, but he has cooking shows, and I feel like I need to watch them.
Snoop Dogg does?
He does,
On
and
Netflix?
I think he does some stuff with Martha Stewart now.
On Netflix, I bet. They're on Netflix.
I bet they're on Netflix. I don't know though.
Look it up.
Don't take our word for that. We're not looking.
But yeah,
it up.
other things coming on. All of the Indiana Jones movies, it looks like, will
Or
be on there.
are already on. If
Are
it's-
already, yeah.
On if it's at the top of the list, we're looking at a list of all the things coming up.
You don't have to give away our secret. That's a trade secret. They don't
Trade
need to know.
secret, yeah, whatever.
But yeah, the Indiana Jones movies. That's a good one to watch. I haven't seen all those in a while.
Such a
so
long time.
I can sit down and watch all those movies back to back. Even the Crystal Skull. Even that one. I'll watch it.
Shia LaBeouf before he got kind of weird.
I think it was the skull that made him
Oh,
weird.
he got
Alien
weird.
magic
He
turned
looked
him.
into that weird
Yeah.
skull and Harrison Ford's old wrinkly face, and he just took a turn.
Yeah. Okay.
People thought it was holes. People thought he dug too many holes for that movie, and it just caught up with him. But it was actually...
Yeah, he looked into the crystal skull.
Yeah, some other stuff that's already out. You can watch Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, one of my favorite films when I was a kid.
Yeah.
If that's really sad, my brothers and my family really liked Clerks.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was
I
super
like
into
Jay and Silent Bob a
Yeah,
little
Kevin
better.
Smith. I love him.
I think that
Anything
captures
he
our
does.
generation.
Yeah, I think it does. And then you and I really liked Comic Book Men. That's the name of the show.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
on
That's
AMC.
super great. I think they still do it. There might even.
We should
I
maybe
forgot about that
check.
show. There's probably
Yeah.
a podcast that we could subscribe to. That's them because they're recording it. I think for a podcast.
Were they? They might have.
Yeah,
been,
and they
but
film
maybe
the
they
thing
have.
live,
Are they done recording? We don't know. We didn't
don't
look
know.
it up before we started podcasting.
Yeah, we binged it a few seasons after it started, and when they were already kind of on the rocks, it seemed, and it seemed like it wasn't worth continuing to chase it. But it was super awesome.
We do want to go visit their store in
it's one of my
New
dreams.
Jersey.
Yeah. And
So
hopefully
Kevin Smith, if you're actually listening
Kevin
to
Smith is
our
there.
podcast,
Eating potatoes.
I'd eat potato. No, he does. He only eat potatoes now because his heart. He was in the hospital and now he's lost a ton of weight.
He lost a ton of weight. And one thing I heard him talking on the Joe Rogan podcast. He mentioned a potato diet.
The potato.
That
That's my kind of diet.
Penn Jillette, the magician. From
Yeah.
Things. Yeah, he.
Penn?
Yeah, Penn is
Penn
the one that
Jillette,
talks.
yeah.
Teller's the one that doesn't.
Yeah.
Penn Jillette, yeah. But yeah, Penn Jillette did that was like eating potatoes. And it helps lower your cholesterol. But talk to your doctor before.
Yeah, we're not medical professionals.
Yeah, don't just eat potatoes unless you have guidance.
Yeah.
But a new show, a Netflix original that's on the list that I think is out already, was the tidying up one, and I want to talk about it mostly because I saw the trailer and I think it's pretty. I'm gonna watch it.
Right.
It's gonna be interesting.
Okay, what is the name of the actual show? Tidying Up with Marie Kondo?
And we all know in Japan they have
They're so
little
neat.
space. They have everything all
Oh,
neat,
yeah, their
compartmentalized.
apartments are
and
so
fit,
small.
You know.
I don't want to say that that's every Japanese person. I would probably.
I don't
I'm
know.
not Japanese, but if I was there, I'd probably just be really crappy at living in a tiny apartment.
Right, and so organization, neatness, getting rid of junk. What was the show where they used to go in and clear out people who had like a bunch of junk in their house? Hoarders.
Hoarders, yeah.
It's like-
that's the American version of
Yeah, well, it's kind of
hoarders.
like a tiny little Japanese lady doing what hoarders used to do to people who aren't that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Hoarders is obviously the very American version of Tidying Up with Marie Kondo.
Well,
It's
this
like,
happens in
look at
America,
your
so I think they're
life.
both American versions of a show.
Well, I feel like Hoarders
She might have had a show.
represents more of American lifestyle.
I don't know. I think that's pretty harsh to Americans. It represents
allow it.
certain lifestyles, though, and them having to clean poop diapers out of
Oof.
bathrooms.
Oof.
How many people in the world have decided that diapers is the right solution
Everybody,
to just go into the bathroom and like not being a piece of shit?
Yeah, everybody in Times Square for New Year's Eve.
Yep,
obviously, for
interesting
the ball
fact.
drop.
Yeah.
They all wear diapers.
Well, maybe not all of them.
If they don't, then that's really sad. They probably have to go pee
Yeah.
a bunch of times, and then they lose their spot. Most of
Lose
them
your
wear
spot,
diapers.
limited porta potties in the area, and like once you leave the barriers, like if you're like, oh, I'm just gonna go to that store, and so you leave the barriers, you can't get back in.
And that, as
Never
soon
get
as
back
you
in,
leave, too, that's right as soon as Ryan Seacrest will come by your spot and look for you.
Yeah.
Like a
and
spooky
you could have been on TV.
ghost.
Could have become famous.
Yep.
But you had to
left.
pee. Wear a diaper.
Yep, wear a diaper.
All the famous people wear diapers.
So Monty Python and the Holy Grail is now on Netflix. Let's get to some of the stuff that hasn't come out yet. American Crime Story, the assassination of Gianni Versace, which just won like a bunch of Golden Globes, which
Really?
I want to watch it. I'm super into crime dramas, things like that. And Darren Criss is in it, and he was from a Harry Potter musical. Look at him now. I think he's a Golden Globe winner. And I love him so much. I met him. Yeah, I went to a Harry Potter convention in Orlando when I was in college with a couple of my girlfriends. And I got him to sign my yearbook. You get a yearbook while you're there. Isn't that cool?
Ooh, that is nice.
I know.
Well, so I'm looking at this one, though. Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah.
Did you watch that show when
I
you were a
did not
kid?
watch that when I was a kid. I'm the only one, and I'm sure that's going to lose me some cool points.
Yeah, it was a really cool show, and I saw that. I was like, I wonder if that's the old show. It's not. It's a new show, which
It's
sounds
new.
cool.
Yep.
But man, somebody should get that old show on their platform.
I mean, that would
Netflix
be really
or
cool,
Hulu.
yeah, to rewatch that.
Yeah, because I remember it being good. It also could be very bad now, though.
Carmen Sandiego comes out on January 18th. Again, when The Punisher comes out too, second season. Another thing that I really want to watch that's on this list is Fire, the Greatest Party That Never Happened. I want to watch that. Do you know what happened at Fire?
Yeah. That's the thing about the.
That's the Ja Rule.
Yeah. It never happened. They were like planning this huge concert on an island or something.
Yeah, and
People
everybody
showed up.
got there,
Yeah.
and they had like bread on cheese, cheese
Yeah.
on bread, and that was it. And people
I saw
started
something about
stealing
that.
mattresses.
And I'll tell you what, I was not interested in going to the party, so I'm not
I know,
interested
but
in
I want to watch
Yeah, you
people
wanna
that
watch it fail.
spent
Yeah.
$20,000. Like, I don't know how much tickets were, but they were really expensive. And it's really funny because I think that some of the bands were like Blink-182. It's like you could see those here.
Yeah.
In America,
No, it was just a
easily.
big thing, and if you were going, and you were cool.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
exactly.
What else we have on the list?
The next one I want to talk about is January 24th, Conversations with a Killer. The Ted Bundy tapes comes out. And I'm really into true crime. One of my favorite podcasts, and I'm sure it's everybody's favorite one of everybody's favorite podcasts, is My Favorite Murder. And I've been to their live shows, and we live in the Pacific Northwest, specifically in the Seattle area. And so Ted Bundy's a big deal. What is it? What is Sammamish? Lake Sammamish?
Lake Sammamish, yeah.
Lake Sammamish is where he
Killed a bunch
abducted a couple
people.
of
Yeah,
women.
Lake Sammamish Park.
Yeah, so I really want to watch this. I'm actually really excited for the movie that Zac Efron is Ted Bundy. I forget what the movie is actually called, but
I did not know there was a movie.
yeah, there's a movie, and he looks similar to Ted Bundy. I think that people exaggerated how attractive Ted Bundy was. I didn't think
It was probably a time in relation positioning thing. Like, people we think attractive now will not look attractive in 20 years when we look back at the pictures.
I don't know.
'Cause we will not think that's
I still
style.
think Eddie Van Halen is sexy as hell.
Yeah, okay, so some people can transcend.
All the time.
Time.
David Bowie, he transcends everything.
Some people can transcend. Some people, though, you're just like, okay, you were just fad, right?
Right. I don't think
All
Ted
the people
Bundy
in
is a
Backstreet
good
Boys.
fad. Yeah, they're not
In
as cute
sync.
now, but Justin Timberlake, I mean, that's unseen. He's cute still.
Okay, yeah, maybe. I don't know. He kind of dropped off, even though like he's less popular now than he once
Justin
was.
Timberlake? Hell
Yeah.
no, brother. Hell no.
I thought he had like a rise a couple years ago, and it's kind of
He was
coming
in
down now.
the Super Bowl, I think, last year.
Really? Okay. Well, maybe.
I think last year.
Anyways, let's talk about some things that are
And he was in a
leaving.
movie. Oh,
Because
well,
we
hold
haven't
on.
talked about any of
I have
those.
one more thing. Or
Oh.
two more things.
What stuff do we have?
Or three more things.
Okay, so we have three more we want to talk about.
The first one is the second part to what I believe is the last season of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Comes out on, I think, January 25th.
So that's last, like they're not making it anymore?
Yeah, they're not I don't believe that they're making it anymore after it comes out.
Huh.
And
Yeah, I didn't know that. It's a good show. Everybody should watch it.
Yeah, no, love it. I love Titus Burgess, and he's from the school we went to.
Titus Andromedon.
Titus Andromedon.
Is that his last name in the show?
Yeah, he's from Athens, Georgia. So I love him so much, and the entire
we're bulldogs.
Yeah, the entire Beyonce episode where he's eliminating, that is, I sometimes, whenever I'm feeling just really sad, I just go back and I'll watch the episode again.
Yeah. It's a good episode.
It makes my depression go away.
Yeah, he does a great job with the parody songs and stuff like that. So it's pretty funny. Yeah, it's a good show. The premise is pretty funny. It's unique too.
Yeah. If you don't know
comedy.
what Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is about, one, were you living in a bunker?
Right, that's good.
Yeah!
It's topical because she was in a bunker.
She was stuck in a bunker with this guy.
But I will say,
her.
we probably didn't. We started after season 2 came out, right? Because we didn't know what it was about at first, so it's actually good.
Yeah. So John Hamm, sexy John Hamm from Mad Men, is the guy that kidnaps Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Puts her in a bunker
with 3 other women,
and it's really funny, and they end up making it out.
Yeah,
and
tells him it's the end of the world. He saved them, you know, the whole spiel.
Yeah, and then she ends up coming out and having to make a life in New York City, that's the first place you go right out of a bunker is New York City. Probably the hardest place to survive.
Well, I don't know. You have a lot, opportunity is super dense, so, you can find some opportunity. But yeah, with no money to your name and you gotta have a place to live so you can find opportunity, it's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. But it's really good. They take on the topics of gentrification in New York and things like that with I forget what her name is. Carol Kane. I love Carol Kane. She is a really funny character. It's just a great show that you should watch if you haven't already watched it. And then Mourn with us on January 25th when they don't make any more shows. It's so sad.
Yeah, if it's really the last one, it's gonna be
such a bummer.
Yeah.
January 29th, at Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out.
That is
and it's
super
such
funny.
a good friggin' Marvel movie. I think Ant-Man is one of my favorite Marvel superheroes now with Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is
it's Paul Rudd,
the best actor of all time.
Right, I remember when Iron Man came out, everybody was like, "Oh man, he did a great Iron Man."
I
he's
love
funny
Robert Downey Jr.
and But now we're all kind of used to it. We've lost that kind of magic. Nobody's funny.
You know what's funny? I think the first movie of everybody is always so good. You love Chris Hemsworth as Thor, you love Chris Evans as Captain America, you love Chris Pratt.
I think they have been very, their characters
they're so consistent.
Are still pretty consistent, because they're that stoic character.
Thor Ragnarok is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, and that was a funny one. Yeah,
that was good.
But yeah, they're such consistent kind of baseline characters, right? Mm-hmm. That have some good zingers every once in a while. Where Robert Downey Jr. does the Iron Man thing, where he's funny.
Such a good Iron Man. But Paul Rudd.
But yeah, he's gone not that he's gone downhill. It's just that we've gotten accustomed to the way he's gonna act, and he's had to step up and become more serious as he grows.
That's a really good point because I felt the same way when Spider-Man came out. I thought that.
Oh yeah, he's funny too.
Yeah. What is his name? Tom.
Tom. Tom.
Oh my gosh.
His name is Tom. First name Tom. Last name Tom.
Last name Tom. And I can't believe I can't remember his name right now because literally
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. I have major feelings for Tom Holland, and I felt very weird about it until I figured out he was over the age of 18.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But yeah, no, he is good as Spider-Man. He's pretty funny. But yeah, the whole point was Ant-Man and the Wasp. Paul Rudd is and I mean just in the original Ant-Man movie too.
Paul Rudd
brings
Scott
that sort
Lang.
of confident comedy. He does it great, and he really gets you. I mean, I've watched that movie now 2 or 3 times, and I still find a lot of the pieces funny.
Yeah,
especially the supporting characters.
Yeah, Michael Pena. I think you pronounce his last name Pena. Someone can correct me. It's fine. As Louis, who is
Pena.
Yeah. But is his partner at his I think
they're security consultants.
Yeah, security consultants.
The business they run.
Yeah, he's great.
But yeah, he's from the first one too. What is he? What's the character's name?
Luis. Luis?
Luis? Yeah,
God
Luis.
damn it.
That's the one.
I
Yeah.
gotta watch those movies again, too.
Luis, yeah.
Luis,
Yeah, he's super funny. And in this one in particular, he steps it up a notch, too.
He's always
I don't know,
really
like,
good.
give away the scene.
T.I.
It's
is in the
super
movie.
funny.
The entire staff of, like, the security company is so
Yeah,
good.
the criminals, they're the same people from the first one, too. They,
Yeah.
like, were all, like, in on his heist that got him into hijinks. So, it's pretty,
It's
pretty
really
good consistency.
good. So Ant-Man and the Wasp is available now, or available January 29th on Netflix. Go watch it. Go watch Paul Rudd. He's one of my favorite actors. My favorite movie of all time is I Love You, Man. It's so good. Best movie.
Oh, yeah.
Love Paul Rudd. Loved him in Clueless. And then January 30th, The Incredibles 2 hits on Netflix.
And that'll be a good one. Not
Yeah.
that either of us has really seen it. I watched
Right,
a
you
part
watched
of it,
it
but
on the
I haven't been able
plane.
to finish it. Yeah.
Yeah, The Incredibles was one of my mom's favorite Disney Pixar films. So we ended up watching it a lot when I was a kid. And that was, again, it reminds me of spending time with my mom. It's always really funny. She likes to yell at random moments, no capes. So I'm excited to be able to watch The Incredibles 2 because I didn't get to see it in film or in the theaters. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that was three things. That was three things there. So now we're on to what is going away. Because there's some interesting ones here. I mean, you know,
tell me. I closed out of that.
look for
tab.
it. If it's not there anymore, it's gone. So you can figure out the list on your own if you really wanted to. But some ones that I was actually I meant to watch, but I didn't get to.
Now
Blade
you can't.
and Blade 2 were on there. So I guess I'm just stuck with Blade Trinity.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if Blade Trinity is on there.
It's got to be
Is
on there,
Blade
but it sounds like it
Trinity-
didn't come off.
Trinity. Is Blade Trinity the one that has Ryan Reynolds in it?
Yes, I believe that is the one with Ryan Reynolds. Super great movies. Sad they're coming off. Catwoman's coming off, which I'm assuming is the Halle Berry one.
Halle Berry.
I don't think there was another
Halle
one.
Berry. Oh, babe, did you
I
see
thought that
this?
movie was really good.
Face Off is coming off.
Yeah, and I like Face Off as
It's
well. It's a
coming
good movie.
off. How to
That's
lose
a really
a,
good one.
How to
Good
lose a
one,
guy
yeah.
in 10 days.
Into the Wild, I've heard is good, is also coming off.
Interview with the Vampire.
Yep,
Man.
gone. Kung Fu Panda, what?
Oh, that's actually a super bummer.
Yeah, because that's like supposedly super popular with the kids these days. I don't know.
Man,
Coming off.
all the Sharknadoes are coming off. Whatever
yeah.
are we going to do?
Both Meet the Parents and Meet the Fockers coming off.
Yep. Mortal Kombat. Where are you supposed to get that good Mortal Kombat content?
Yeah, yep.
Besides, obviously, our podcast.
Thank God Rent's coming off.
Hey,
Who
I
needs
like
to see
Rent.
any more things about Rent? All the Godfather movies coming off. That's pretty big too.
I haven't seen a single Godfather.
No, you can't. So
Is
too
it
bad they're
already
gone
one
forever.
now?
Yep.
Oh, bummer.
The Green Miles gone. Iron Giant gone.
Princess Diaries. What a bummer.
Yeah, Queen of the Damned. So it looks like they took off all the Anne Rice ones probably.
Yeah, that's exactly.
The
right.
Shining and stuff, that's gone.
Yep.
That one's probably gonna come back. Like they just have it for like the Halloween season, and then they just ditch it to save space. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah.
And then all the rest of these are really interesting.
Ooh,
January
Rogue
19th,
One.
though. Oh yeah.
That's
January
January
18th. You have until January 18th to watch Rogue One, which we really liked. Rogue
yeah.
One
I
when
mean,
we saw it
no
in
matter
theaters.
what you think of like the Star Wars
And
stuff,
what a
and things
bummer
like that,
because I
it's
think
good. That must just be the first wave.
I think earlier this week,
Yeah.
Solo, A Star Wars Story, is now on Netflix for you
It
to
is.
watch.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Which I really recommend. I think it's a really good movie.
Yeah.
But
They're all good. Yeah, you just got to take them out
Yeah,
of the Star
now
Wars
you
context
have
and deal
to.
with it.
Yeah,
but
you gotta
make
deal
sure you
with it.
catch it before it's gone, because I mean, unless you want to pay for Disney's subscription service, that's probably
Or
going to be
just
the
go
only.
buy the
or buy the
movies.
movie, but you know.
who does that?
Yeah, who pays for movies? That's stupid. Anyways,
You pay for movies with your Netflix subscription.
Yeah, but that's more okay to me because I pay
Yeah.
less per movie.
Right.
I'm paying like 10 cents per movie at
Yeah,
this
I
point.
do have something
So,
on that topic, though, which we'll get to at the end of this.
But yeah, The Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, that's
Yeah,
gone.
that's
February, January?
Yeah,
January
which
19th.
we haven't watched that because obviously we own all the Lord of the Rings on
Oh, yeah.
Blu-ray,
Who
Blu-ray
doesn't
and
know
stuff.
that? Blu-ray
and
extended
I'm wondering,
edition,
is
get all
it?
this.
It's probably not even extended edition. It's probably original.
I wouldn't be
edition.
surprised if it was the extended edition, but you also don't get all the other bonus content that you would get on the Blu-ray.
Yeah,
Like, there's the
how are you
extra
not
scenes.
listening to the commentary?
Yeah,
I
extended
don't
edition
listen to
doesn't mean it has every scene. You
Right.
have to look at all those extra special scenes that
Yes.
they cut.
But
So,
January 19th is the last time you can see it on Netflix. So get in there if you haven't. If you haven't seen the like Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Rings, get the fuck out of this podcast.
Yeah, you're missing out.
You're missing.
You're missing out on life. So.
All right, so that's the end of our hotcakes for this particular episode.
Yeah, hotcakes themes, they're blending together here.
They're blending together a lot, but I want to go back to your Netflix subscription. Do other people have our Netflix password?
No, it's against the rules.
We would
never
do that, but they just announced that they're doing some funky AI stuff so that they can see if your password is being used in multiple locations. So those Netflix freeloaders that are
here's the
using
problem
a
with
friend's
this, and
password,
hopefully Netflix listens to it, and then they're like, well,
they
that
listen
idea's
to
not
this
going to
podcast,
work.
yeah.
Somebody. Because I travel. Sometimes we're using it from 2 different states at the same time, and that's not against the rules. Yeah. Because we're part of the same household.
I don't think necessarily Netflix is going to start doing it. It was announced, I believe, yesterday that a company can now do this service for Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, etc., etc., etc.
Locate IP addresses using an account.
AI-driven tool that allows streaming platforms to get finer insights into their users' account behavior. Which, I don't really like that. I don't want you to know the trashy TV I'm watching.
Well, who cares if they know that? I just have a hard time with them telling me how I'm going to use my password.
That's true.
I'm paying them, I get the password, and, a certain number of logins.
And see, this is what pisses me off. One survey, this is a quote from this article that I'm reading from a flimsy source that I'm not even going to mention.
All news are flimsy sources these days.
Anyways, go on. One survey found that 26% of millennials use the password from someone else's account to watch shows on an online streaming service. Jesse and I are millennials. We pay for our own account, and we don't let other people use our login. Wink, wink. I know a lot of people that pay for their service, and they let their parents watch, or they let their siblings watch. Wink, wink.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know people like that too.
That aren't millennials, that are generations before us. So fuck off.
Yeah. I still wouldn't doubt that a high number of them are using it. It doesn't say that they're not using each other's. I think they're also more likely to share within millennial bounds.
It's true.
Yeah. So you can still have a high number of millennials doing it if I'm just using another millennials.
Yeah, just let it be known. You heard it here first on Co-op the Podcast. You really haven't. But they could be tracking whether you're sharing your password or not.
Yeah, they could be trying to crack down on it.
I bet, though.
So pay the $5 a month for
Netflix.
I don't know. It's like 15, I think, actually, for the one we're paying for.
Stop drinking so
19.
many pumpkin spice lattes, millennials, and
Get out
for
there.
Netflix.
It's better than paying for fucking cable.
Yeah. Pumpkin spice lattes also taste like
pumpkin and spice.
No, they taste like the outlets that have the fragrance outlets that you get from Glade or Bath and Body Works, or the smelly soap store as we like to call it.
Yeah.
That's
I've never tasted one, so I believe you.
You've never tasted a pumpkin spice latte?
No. One of the Glade plugins, so I don't know if it tastes like it because I've never
I have one. Whenever the mood is right.
Yeah.
Usually
you crack
you're
it
out of
open,
town,
take a sip.
obviously.
Yeah.
Just crack her open.
Okay, so but what else?
Let's get into our theme. How about, which is we're gonna talk about. We found this list from digitaltrends.com, which are the best shows on Netflix right now. January 2019. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about a couple of shows that we watched that either we recommend or we could tell you to pass. But let's kind of go through the list. And the first one on it is The Haunting of Hill House, which we really liked.
Yep, very good.
When we watched it, which we didn't actually watch it. It came out, I think, around Halloween. We watched it before, in December. So it's still good, even though we're not in a spooky month. Even though I think December is making a comeback on those scary ghost stories. Like Charles Dickens' Scary Ghost Story Christmas.
Right, we watched a lot of scary things in December. That's the
We
only
did.
reason we're saying that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. It was really good. I definitely recommend it. Yeah, as long as it's still on
Yeah.
Netflix and they don't take it off for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't think they will. And I
check it
thought
out.
it was really fun to watch. You're noticing little ticks and little markers, and you're like, okay, so why is she wearing gloves? What caused that? Like, is she a weird germaphobe and things like that? So you're kind of trying to guess what's happening, what's going on in the
Right.
story. I think the last episode, when everything's kind of coming to wraps, kind of got a little monologue-y.
Well, yeah, they were definitely summing up the entire story, which is why there shouldn't be a season 2.
I don't think that there might be a season 2. They left it open
No,
for
no, no,
another
no. I
potential.
feel like they kind of like had it ended perfectly, but it could be like, yeah, somebody else buys a house and we're in the future at a different time.
Yeah.
You know, we don't know.
Maybe it's another one like this. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, like,
Yeah.
you know.
The ending of it too.
was good.
It was like, how am I supposed to feel about this house now? Am I
I'd
supposed
say
to
burn it.
like it?
Well,
Am
actually,
I
I just
supposed to
hand it
wanna-
over to the government. You don't think they won't pay? They will pay top dollar for a haunted house.
They would love it, and I would love to see so many government officials go into that house and just never make it out.
Right. I mean,
They
whatever
get
they choose
eight.
to do with the house, they're probably going to dissect it, look at what makes it tick, and then just burn the motherfucker to the ground.
Yeah, I don't think they can though. But
You don't think like napalm would?
yeah, I feel
get
like
through,
that's
or
almost
missiles?
like getting a little into Stranger Things territory, which we already have Stranger Things. We like Stranger Things.
Just saying,
also.
that's how I feel about that house. If I were the owner, I'd be cashing the fuck out. Nobody's
Oh,
gonna buy it
for
at market
sure.
value.
Yeah.
But you know, sell like make it a tourist attraction. People come in and they get haunted for a little bit, like Beetlejuice.
You get haunted for a little. Yeah, I mean, like, if I had the opportunity to go see Beetlejuice in real life, I know I would.
Yeah, you get to move in. I mean, what happens? You spend one night there. You wake up in a creepy room. You're like, ooh, spooky.
You can go stay in haunted houses, and I feel like it's just. I mean, they were fine the first day they were staying there, I think.
Yeah, probably creepy feeling all around, right? You know. And you're starving this house too, because you're never letting it have a full meal, right? It's never actually
like it would
consuming,
get
but it's getting a
really
little taste.
mad. I think
Oh,
it'd
it's
get
probably gonna get
so
mad, so it's
mad.
gonna super haunt everybody who stays one night.
Yeah.
They're gonna pay top dollar for that shit.
Top fucking dollar.
Right?
Maybe one person dies, but then you have to shut it down. It's like a roller
Nobody's
coaster.
gonna die.
Yeah, they could die.
No, it takes a while
People
to
are
digest
idiots.
people's minds.
People are
you know?
idiots, so somebody would die in the house and you have to shut it down. Like people that stand up on roller coasters and then get decapitated.
Yeah, well, at that point, that's when you sell to the government.
Yeah.
As a science experiment.
Right. So one of my favorite things about the Haunting of Hill House that has come out recently is Caitlin Doherty. I think that's how you say her last name.
Doherty.
Doherty.
Yeah.
She does Ask a Mortician, and I've read all her books, and I think she's super talented. She's one of my favorite people. She has a podcast called Death in the Afternoon, which I definitely recommend people listen to. It's very death positive, and which is something I completely agree with. But she did an episode where one of the main characters in The Haunting of Hill House owns a funeral home, and she basically talks about
the funeral home
how
business.
accurate it is, and how she knows that they hired a funeral home kind of correspondent or whatever.
To give them some
Tips and guides, and like
consultant,
this
like,
is
right,
a consultant.
consulting,
Thank you. Yeah, a consultant about how you put this in their mouth so it doesn't just gape open the entire time, which is gross. And it's really good, but her favorite critique is that James Lafferty is in the show, who is
right.
on the hit CW TV show from my childhood, One Tree Hill, which I watched almost every episode of.
Also have never seen that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But James Lafferty is in it, and he is a mortician that's in it, and then also potentially a ghost. I don't fucking know. Who knows what he actually is? But it's there is no star basketball player from a CW hit TV show that's ever going to be at a mortician convention. Not going to happen. It's really funny. I definitely recommend go check out that episode and that podcast.
Yep, yeah, definitely very cool show. Go check it out.
Yeah. So heading down the list, one of the next ones is Mindhunter. I think it's a really good show. And I've read the book that is kind of based off of. So basically, late 1970s, the FBI is developing its kind of serial killer unit, where Criminal Minds is kind of based off of the behavioral science unit. So that's what Mindhunter is about. David Fincher is the director, and I thought that it was very good. I don't think you watched it, but I watched it.
No, I haven't seen it yet. It's on my list, though.
Yeah, it's very good, and you're faced with like Edmund Kemper, or Ed Kemper, who is a serial killer. He was like 6'0", killed a bunch of women in the 70s. They have him. I forget who plays him, who plays Ed Kemper, but he looks exactly like Ed Kemper. And he was in a couple of Netflix shorts where he talks about, I think, like his favorite things, and he's like this cute teddy bear guy, but he looks like Ed Kemper. It looks like a serial killer. It's so spooky.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
It's really good, though. Definitely recommend watching Mindhunter if you haven't.
Yeah, I want to talk about this one, too. Not because I've seen it, because I haven't, but it seems... Ross plays...
So it's the People versus O.J. Simpson. My Favorite Murder, they talked about this a lot, and they talked about how great it was. I haven't seen it either. Yeah, Ross...
Cuba Gooding Jr. is playing O.J. Simpson. And I forgot that he existed as a human being until right now, but I'm like, seeing him in the face, you're like, whoa, that guy.
Snow Dogs, cool.
Yeah, Snow Dogs, exactly.
Whatever
happened to that guy?
But David Schwimmer plays Robert Kardashian. The Kardashians...
Yeah, we all know who they are, the jiggly butt people.
Exactly, and they picked Ross Geller.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I just saw him scrolling through here, and I'm like, what? John Travolta's also in it.
Yeah.
You know, like, a lot of, like, really big people are in this thing.
Yeah, Sarah Paulson's in it.
And then Ross is in it.
Yeah, and then it's fucking Ross.
And you're like, man... Yeah. I mean, good for him that he's out there acting again and not just resting on his laurels with all that Friends money with that $100 million deal, you know?
Friends money.
I wonder how much they got from that deal. You know what I mean? From like I know
from
they get
Netflix, $100
they get
million.
royalties of some kind from Friends. So
to.
I wonder how much went to them.
I don't know.
And I wonder if why David Schwimmer was there filming this thing. He was like, "Hey, Netflix guy, make sure you pay a ton of money for Friends because we're buddies."
No, probably not. I don't think that The People versus O.J. Simpson, is it a Netflix original?
If it's not, I mean, if it is, I wouldn't be surprised. If it's not,
I don't think it is.
Mad Men. People are into Mad Men again right now. That's already done, right?
Yeah, that's done. That one's on my list of
completion.
People. Yeah, so Mad Men, I've watched a couple of seasons. So John Hamm is obviously really great. Christina Hendricks is in it. She looks beautiful.
She's married to that guy, the sausage guy.
Yeah.
They're still married, I think. I don't know, but...
Oh, yeah, the sausages. Or the snozberries taste like snozberries.
Yeah, snozberries.
Yeah, I think they're still together.
That's my favorite thing to say every time it comes up, because, like, she's super attractive,
she's
right?
So
and then
hot,
you're like, okay, that guy.
Who's really funny.
I mean,
he's
really
actor. Great. Yeah, he's an actor. January Jones is in it. So my whole problem with Mad Men, and I feel the same way about the next show we're probably going to talk about.
Yeah, let's just talk about it now. Breaking Bad is also popular right now.
Yeah, it's one of the best ones on Netflix, January 2019.
Shows, yeah.
But I have to say, I don't trust people that tell me that their favorite TV shows are Mad Men or Breaking Bad. And the reason why I feel this way is both of these shows, their main characters are so frustrating and have zero good qualities. Like, you're telling me Don Draper, that's who you want to be in this world, as a dude that, like, cheats on his wife and is just kind of an asshole to everybody?
Well, I mean, you just gotta ignore the bad parts about them and just idealize the good parts.
But I don't think there are any good parts about Walter White from Breaking Bad, and I think
he makes good drugs.
He makes the best drugs. Yeah, right. I idolize that. But even
meth is bad for you.
It's so bad. Don't do meth. But I never liked Breaking Bad. I watched, I want to say, maybe the first season, and then I was dating a guy that really liked it, and he made me watch the last season. But it doesn't look like Walter White ends up coming back and having this beautiful, like, epiphany about his actions and how he ruined his family.
Yeah, I'd say I haven't finished either, so I don't know exactly what happens.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything.
And I haven't finished Mad Men, so I don't know exactly what happens. But yeah, I think the moral of the story is that, like, look how cool their lives are and how great everything is for them. Kind of, but like how it's always kind of shitty. So that, like, I think the moral of the story is don't be like them. So I think people who say it's their favorite show,
I don't think
are
that
capturing that moral.
No,
though.
I think they're
you don't
idolizing.
know. Like they might say, yeah, you know what?
Oh,
it was cool for a
that.
time, but I realize it's not.
Well, with Breaking Bad too, it's like everybody likes Walter White or even like Jesse Pinkman. Like I get it, Jesse Pinkman has like a comeback at the end of the series, but like everybody gives Walter White's wife Skyler a bunch of shit, and I'm like, no, they're all bad people. They all really suck, and we should hate every single one of them except for the tiny baby and Walter White Jr.
I didn't know there was a baby. And
that's
happens.
Cool.
Yeah, there's a baby, but now you ruined it. So.
Now I've
spoilers.
Ruined it. Spoilers. It's the entire plot of the show, not that he does makes drugs.
And, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about it then.
I forgot about the drugs.
Have a baby.
Yeah, and the
I forgot.
baby.
That's why I thought it's just because he was dying and his other kid was crippled and like.
Hey.
I mean, it's just costly, and I don't think his wife.
But yeah, he has cancer.
Yeah,
I mean,
cancer's costly. Yeah, like everything was costly. I forgot there was a baby involved too.
Yeah, there's a baby.
So, but yeah, so definitely that's it's a sketchy show.
Yep.
But yes, one of the cool shows that spun off of it, Better Call Saul, also on the list here.
Yeah, you like that.
And I really like that one. Again, Saul was always I like some comedy in anything.
It's kind of
in my
funny.
Drama, in my action, some comedy. Mm-hmm. Always kind of brings us together. And Better Call Saul, the story of how Saul Goodman became Saul Goodman, is super dope.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
What else are people watching? The West Wing, Returns.
Yeah, I've kind of made it down the list. I'm at The Crown. I thought that The Crown was very good. I've watched the first season. I would recommend it. I gotta watch the next part of it, but I love Claire Foy, and I love Matt Smith, obviously, and Prince Philip seems kind of like a dick.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and the whole system seems just flawed and really annoying. But I think that's the interesting part about it.
Yeah.
So, especially coming from an American point of view where we know nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm all for the Queen. Everybody else, they're kind of dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one I saw, Sex Education.
Oh, yeah.
I actually saw a little
really
trailer
good.
for it. I think it seems really weird. I mean... You know, like, I guess this kid's mom is a sex therapist, and so he starts giving out sex advice to his fellow teenagers because they're all little... It's illegal.
Yeah.
That's illegal. They're breaking the law.
How are they breaking the law?
He's impersonating a doctor. He's giving out, like, therapeutic advice.
Oh, okay. I thought
you
he
can't
was just like
pretend to be a therapist.
His friends, like, oh, yeah.
I think that's actually how it is. They're charging money, though, like he's a real therapist. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they're charging somebody's HMO somewhere, and, you know.
Maybe. That'd be cool. Get money from that. Norseman, I heard, was really good, but I have not seen it.
I haven't seen that one either. I like a lot of like Last Kingdom is really good. A lot of those shows that look to be
very Norse.
Yeah, very similar.
Very Viking themed
style.
Yeah.
Because literally, I bet you they're sharing costumes. Like they looks like a dude from that show. Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm going to watch that one, I think, soon.
Yeah. I think one of the other shows that I want to watch is, I'm going to just butcher it, but Agretsuko?
Yeah.
I've heard it was good, and I heard it was funny.
What is it now?
It's a cartoon show that it says if you liked Office Space, you would like this, and I do like Office Space.
You enjoy Hello Kitty.
Yeah, which comes from the creators of Hello Kitty. Basically, a red panda in her 20s is working a soul-crushing job at a trading firm. So, I mean, that sounds awesome, but it's a mature series, so not for kiddos.
Yep. Yeah, just because it has animation doesn't mean it's always for kids.
Exactly.
Another one on here that people really I've been enjoying right now and is trending is The Good Place.
Oh,
everybody should watch that.
I love it.
It is, super, super funny. Very enjoyable. Mm-hmm. Made us want to go back and watch Cheers.
Which was unfortunate because Cheers isn't great.
No, Cheers is so great.
No, it's not great.
Cheers
but
is a
from
great
Cheers,
show.
we got back to Frasier, which Frasier is great.
Yeah, so we're all over the place.
Yeah.
All because Ted Danson does a great job in The Good Place.
I love Ted Danson.
Kristen Bell, of course,
Kristen
is great.
Bell, oh my gosh. I love everybody in that show. If you're in that show and you listen to this podcast, Keep doing what you are doing. Okay.
Yeah. Then another good one, Master of None. Everybody's watching that right now, apparently. It's good that we're reading this list because, like, none of these are showing up on my, like, you would like this list.
Yeah.
Or this is popular right now.
That's really weird.
So they must have, like, a lot to pull from. And then this is,
on your Netflix account is where we watch Masters of None. So,
so it might be, But yeah, it's really funny. Aziz Ansari, even though he's disappeared now after allegations.
No.
Who knows?
Anyways,
but
we're
he was
gonna
very funny.
Actually see him. We bought tickets. Well, we didn't buy tickets.
Yeah.
Our friend bought us tickets to go see Aziz Ansari in I think March. So we'll let you guys know how that goes.
Yeah.
It'll probably be funny.
I'd love to see.
Hopefully not a Louis C.K. comeback, but I think that Aziz Ansari's situation was a little
different. Yeah. BoJack Horseman. Everybody's watching BoJack.
Ugh, so good. Will
Always
Arnett,
good.
Alison Brie, Aaron Paul, Jesse Pinkman, aka. So, all really great. I really like BoJack Horseman, but I need to go back and watch it. Another one on this list is Archer, which is absolutely
Yeah, I feel like we're kind of getting into some staples where it's
one
like,
of my favorite
that's got to be
shows.
on there all the time.
Yeah. Exactly. I think Archer is one of the best shows. I haven't watched the most recent season.
Yeah, we're a season behind.
We're just one season behind though. And
yeah,
because
it's just a waiting game until they hit Netflix, I think. Yeah. So I don't know if the latest one's on there, but if it is, we should catch up.
We really should.
Yeah, Arrested Development, also another staple that I think has just always been popular. Got saved by Netflix and is just in there.
Sure.
Everybody's watching it all the time.
Everybody's watching
Portlandia,
it.
same thing.
I love Portlandia.
Watch
I think
it all
that's
the time.
funny. Being from Seattle, we hate Portland. We fucking hate it. That place.
I don't really know why.
We just hate it because we're from Seattle.
Yeah, when I
now.
moved here,
we're
people
Seattle.
said.
Yeah, you have to hate Portland.
Don't like Portland.
So we don't like Portland, but I love Portlandia and
Portlandia's
I love
funny.
Fred
Portland's
Armisen
smelly.
and I love Carrie Brownstein. It's actually really funny because she's from Washington. She's from I think Redmond.
Really?
And then she's from I think it's Olympia. I can't remember what our capital is. But
Kelly Slater or something
yeah,
like that.
Slater
Kenny.
Yeah, Slater Kenny Road.
That was the band she was in, right? Yeah.
Slater Kenny? Fuck, I don't know.
Something like that. It was her band. It's good.
Yeah. Parks and Recreation is next on the list. Always interested in watching
it's like
Parks
The
and
Office.
Recreation.
Yeah,
It's The Office, which we feel a certain way about The Office.
The Office is the greatest show to ever be recorded, all the time. I want to just get a copy of the scripts bound and keep it by my bedside as like a Bible.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, it's the best show ever.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. And yeah, the Parks and Rec is really close because it's, The Office, just in a different setting.
Yeah, they're pretty similar shows. I love Amy Poehler, so I think that's a little bit different of a dynamic. Amy Poehler and Nick Offerman.
Yeah. Nick Offerman, yeah.
Plays Ron Swanson. All good.
Stuff.
Chris Pratt.
What else, though, are people watching?
Glow. I've seen a couple episodes of the first season of Glow, and I thought it was really good. It's based on, it has Alison Brie in it from Community.
Yeah. And, I remember seeing the things for this.
Yeah,
this
and
looks
it's
good,
an 80s kind of women's wrestling kind of league. It's really good. I think that it also has Mark Maron in it, so if you like podcasts, you probably like Mark Maron. I'm sure you do, and he's really funny in it as I want to say the director of the women's wrestling show.
Yeah.
He's really funny, too.
Yeah. Another one I see on here, Altered Carbon. That was really good.
We're getting out of comedy and into sci-fi.
I didn't realize we were in a category.
Yeah, we're in categories now.
Yeah, we're crossing categories, apparently. But yeah, so if you're looking for a sci-fi thing to watch, Altered Carbon's really good. We're probably pretty familiar with the story. I think Resurrection is kind of the deal. You can copy your memories to a computer and download it to a cloned body.
Yep.
It's kind of thing. Which I think, minus the whole fact that it was sprung from actual alien technology apparently in this, that could be real life, people.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not our lifetime, but I do think that if we're gonna have some sort of immortality, it's gonna be kind of along this lines of immortality. Yeah. So it's very real in my mind, the potential place that goes. But
Altered Carbon.
Long time ago. Go watch it.
I haven't seen it, but Jesse really says it's great. The next one I'm going to talk about, I'm kind of jumping ahead because some of the ones on the sci-fi thing they're kind of old, like Star Trek The Next Gen. Like, obviously, you should go
we are
watch
all
it.
going to know. Black Mirror was like a hot button topic for a
Yeah.
while ago. Everybody should go watch that. All these are trending because they're staples. Again,
Everything
there's
is a
that.
staple.
Like, everything's kind of a staple. Yeah.
Well, the next one I'm going to talk about is The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I really liked it. It's actually funny to be an adult watching a TV show about teenagers at this point in my life because I'm like,
super cringy.
it's so cringy, and
Yeah.
and it's just, it's like, okay, you're about to sign your name, Sabrina, to the Dark Lord,
Wow.
aka Satan.
That part was cringier because there's definitely the implied goat rape.
Oh, there's a little bit of goat rape.
Yeah.
And then she's just worried about school and her boyfriend, and it's like, you're a witch lady, and you're all hashtag Hail Satan.
Yep.
Maybe think about other things in your life besides your school dichotomy. Like, come on.
Yep, it's not the end of the world.
No,
School's
but
not the most important
signing
thing.
your name to Satan is the end, almost the end of the world.
Right.
So, but I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I loved the characters that they
very,
have
very
in it. And I definitely recommend it. It came out on like October 31st or something.
Yeah, that's
like that.
another one where I'm like, come on, just release the old series too. Like,
I think
put
the
that
old
on Netflix
series
at the
might
same
be on
time.
there, but they're so different that it doesn't really
No,
matter.
I don't think they did because I think like they were like maybe trying to keep people from like searching for Sabrina and watching
one
that one
versus
and,
the
yeah.
other.
Because
Well-
like it would be so awesome though to like watch. They're different from each other, but just
So
to watch like basically the same story being told different ways.
To see the characters and how they differ between 90s wholesome TV and then 2018.
Anytime anybody
Satan.
remakes something, I think it should be mandatory for Netflix to come out with both at the same time so you can watch them back to back.
Back to back, for sure.
Yeah.
But the next season is actually coming out, I believe, in April of 2019. At least
Okay,
like
cool.
spring of this year.
I would rather
There's
wait
also
till October to watch it this time.
maybe.
though.
But there's a Christmas special too that we've seen. I think it's really great, and I think that everybody should watch it. It should be something that you've watched at this point.
And then another one, Castlevania. That one was very good.
Castlevania
Yeah.
was so good.
Yeah, very, dark, passionate sort of
Yeah.
animated series
Yeah.
where
I'm also going to say, if
heavy.
you haven't played any of the video games,
doesn't
definitely.
matter.
I mean, it doesn't matter,
Yeah,
but you
you
should
can still
play them.
still like watch this and enjoy it, but
Yeah.
you should, yeah.
You should go back and maybe play them. I think they're really good, but you don't have to have done that. And I think that everybody. So the main character, Trevor Belmont, is Richard Armitage, who is Thorin Oakenshield in The Hobbit. And
Yep.
he's also in one of my mom and my aunt's and my own favorite, I don't know, something that we probably watched on PBS recently that was on the BBC. I think it's called North and South. He's in that, and he's super dreamy. So to have him play Trevor Belmont, who is this very suave kind of hunter, like you're supposed to love
You enjoy
him.
that, yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It's so sexy. It's really good. I think that you should watch both seasons. They're very interesting, very well done, so well done.
Right,
and it's
definitely.
not an anime, but it's kind of in the style. But it
Well,
kind of
what
transcends
defines an
that.
anime? I don't
Right.
know. It could be an anime. We're not the definers.
Yeah,
We're not
experts on anime.
who makes the dictionary?
Oxford, Webster.
Webster. Yeah, we're not Oxford or Webster. I don't know who makes
Whatever.
dictionaries. Yeah,
Yeah, who
we're
makes
not those
dictionaries?
people. But yeah, so also in the kind of category we're in, horror stuff. There's Stranger Things is popular right now. Broadchurch is popular right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then we're moving on. Salt, Fat, Acid, and Heat.
That's one we haven't watched,
We have
but we
not, but I
might watch
want to,
that
'cause we have the
between
cookbook.
now and our next
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, because we have the cookbook, and there's some really good stuff in there, and I think it's just a couple people recreating what's in the cookbook.
Right, kind of the idea of the cookbook, because it's not your original kind of cookbook that you have that just has recipes. It kind of goes into
Like the
the
science.
alchemy and the science, of the fundamentals
So-
of flavor.
Fans of who's the guy that he broadcasts on it, like he does all the announcing on Food Network, Alton Brown.
Alton
So
Brown.
fans of
Yes.
Alton Brown
also
will
from
really enjoy this.
University of Georgia.
Yes, love Alton Brown.
Love
Really
Alton
do.
Brown.
Yeah, so some other cool ones on here.
Dark Tourist is one that we watched. I liked it, but I've kind of heard of a bunch of those things. Like they talked about the Japanese suicide forest, which I don't know. I can't tell you right off the top of my head what it's actually called.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, but he goes there. He
and
goes
we've all
to
heard
Cuba.
of these stories.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
they're
it
like,
wasn't Cuba,
but it's pretty cool to
Colombia,
see them.
yeah.
See them live, kind of.
Yeah,
not live,
they
on
go
video.
to where they have basically still have mummies. It was interesting, but I feel like you could find better information elsewhere.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts.
Yeah, it's cool though. So then let's see. So then I mean, there's some other shows that are on here: Making a Murderer, Planet Earth, and just some more staples.
Wild
right?
Country, which
that was supposedly good. Yeah, so I didn't really watch it all.
Well, I
but
watched
lots of
some
people
of it.
watched it.
I stopped watching it. Yeah.
After a while, yeah. We're I don't think we're as interested in these as we'd like to be.
In some of these, the reality documentary ones. I wish we were. I want to go back and watch Planet Earth, which is on this list.
Planet Earth, Bill Nye, which he's not a real scientist, by the way.
The science guy.
Don't take anything he says for fact. Twin Peaks, Cheers. These were
Freaks
trending.
and Geeks
Which Cheers, really
is always
awesome.
good.
Freaks and Geek is good. Yeah, Freaks and Geeks.
You can watch Goosebumps.
Ooh,
Always
Star
love
Wars,
Goosebumps.
The Clone Wars is actually really good. The animated one,
Yeah,
it is,
that one's actually really good TV. Where
it is
I
good
still
TV.
like
Ooh.
Goosebumps though.
The Magic School Bus is on Netflix.
Yeah, dude.
What? We
Yeah,
gotta watch
they're
that
making
shit.
a new series too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
Yeah,
I
that's
think
pretty
Katie
awesome.
McKinnon is actually in it, and I think she plays Miss Fraggle? Frizzle. Valerie
Miss
Frizzle.
Frizzle.
I didn't even know she had a first name. Like, I didn't think any of my teachers in school
You
had
know,
first names.
teachers don't have first
Teachers
names.
don't have first names.
Yeah, so that's what everybody's watching. Digital trends, top things on Netflix.
For January 2019. And obviously, that's probably not all of it. I mean, it didn't talk about She-Ra, which we'll talk about in another episode because this one's running a little long. But
Yeah, we should say that one. It's a good one.
Yeah, if you have any recommendations that maybe we didn't talk about in this episode, let us know on Twitter and all those. So we'll kind of wrap things up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Want to do a reminder on the
On our giveaway,
Yeah.
be sure to go to our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Co-op the Podcast, so that you don't forget to enter into that. You have another week until it's
up until the 22nd.
until the
We're gonna
goods
run the
are gone.
giveaway. We got, what do we have for them too? We got a book, Art and Arcana.
Yeah, Art and
for-
Arcana, yep. And then
Yep,
some
couple sets of
dice
dice.
sets, and then Dungeon Mayhem.
Yeah, really fun game we talked about in our last podcast. Go check
Yep.
that out if you want to learn more about it.
Exactly. Subscribe and review us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and wherever you consume your podcasts. And if we aren't available on your preferred podcast host, let us know.
And we'll
try
make sure we get there.
Yep.
Yeah. We're at Co-op the Podcast, COOPTHEPODCAST.
Yep,
Man, I can
on
say that
all
pretty
of those.
fast.
That was really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you do these portions of the podcast from now on.
Yep. Yeah, you can find us on basically every platform.
YouTube, you can find us on YouTube, subscribe. But
watch
we
some
might
videos whenever we do
whenever we start to
one.
do videos. So you can find me at Raven_Co-op or Raven Coop _ Coop on Twitter and Instagram.
Yep, and you can find me at Jesse, JESSECO_OP on Twitter and Instagram. I can get the Coop. I say that every time, but I couldn't get it. Somebody else is Jesse_Coop. So I'm Jessico_up.
Yep, and that's how you spell it the boy way.
Yes,
Jesse.
and that is how you spell the boy way. JESSE.
The
There's no
boy
I.
way.
There's no I.
Yep. So we'll catch you next Tuesday on social media.
Yep. Thanks for hanging out and listening to us. Make sure to subscribe.
Okay, bye.